The following audio dub is made with the permission of the original author Mandroid. Please support the original production following the link in the description below. Thank you. And if you don't mind me adding, there may be some Zap Apple Jam that you can have if you do follow through. But I gotta check with Granny Smith to make sure about that first. No promises.
You wake up with your face on a log. You had elected not to sleep in the cave with Rainbow Dash after last night's revelations. You had been thinking about it well into the morning until you fell asleep. Looking back, it had been a bit obvious. Moose would have probably stopped you for missing it. She was always hanging out with you, the shit with her wings, the blushing. Oh god. You had been calling her bro since you got here. You didn't mean to brozone her, or whatever. And why you, surely the best flyer in all of Equestria, could do better than a skinny, extra-dimensional alien? Okay, maybe you can work this out. You just have to head up there and talk it out with Dash. Then you can go right back to being bros. You get up and make for the cave. You step inside and are assaulted with a humid stink. You can't see Rainbow, but you think you hear her further back.
Rainbow!
You see Rainbow poking her head out from behind a rock. Damn, she looks like hell. Her mane is unkempt, her eyes are bloodshot, and she appears to be biting her lip.
You can't be in here, Anon.
Dash, come on. Let's talk.
You say as you take a few steps towards her. That was a poor decision, it seems, as she just backs away.
No, Anon. Estrus has started for me. You can't be here.
Dash, come on. Let's just talk. I want us to be friends again.
Dash lowers her head and begins to walk back behind the same rock.
Yeah? Well, I don't.
You left the cave after that. It's official. You had lost your bro. You nicked a few apples and walked around the forest. This sucked. You were stuck for the next few days in the middle of a cold forest with an ex-bro who wanted nothing more than to jump your bones. You trudge along as you eat your apple. What could you do? You wanted to go back, but you couldn't without setting her off. You wanted a bro, and she wanted something more. That was that. You did just want a bro, right? You stopped that train of thought right then and there. Were you really considering this? Could you? These ponies were clearly sentient. They had goals and opinions just the same as people from Earth. But they were still ponies, an entirely different species. Okay. Let's break this down. Rainbow Dash was your second best friend, and the first friend you ever had in Equestria. She was funny, interesting, and willing to spend entire nights watching movies and drinking with you. If this were Earth, you feel this would have happened a long time ago. On the opposite side of the spectrum, she was an entirely different species. Doing this on Earth would earn you scorn and ridicule, possibly some jail time. You run the idea through your head. Were you okay with going further with Rainbow? If species didn't matter, would you? Know what? Yeah, you probably would. You relax a bit, having that thought taken care of, only for another to worm its way into your head. You were okay with you and Rainbow, but what about everyone else? Equestria seems to be a tolerant place. They had a multitude of races. Surely some of those races had intermingled before, right? You sigh as your train of thought takes you further. None of the other races here were aliens from another world. You'd really rather not start up a relationship with someone and then be told by an all-powerful sun goddess that that relationship was against the rules. So what do? Do you ask? Do it anyway? Back off? You were prepared to go further with Rainbow, but you still had a few nagging doubts. You still kind of wanted kids one day. Bailing would be simple, even if you lost your bro. Your mind jumps back to the last time you were in this situation, back on Earth. You had been offered the chance to go to a really prestigious seminar to give a report you had done. You were nervous as all hell. Sure, you wanted to go, but you had no idea what everyone there would think of it. You lost your nerve and decided not to go. Moose was the first one you told. You still remember the sight of him standing over you in your garage, pointing dead square in your face. Your mind snaps back to your current situation.
Even when he's not here, he's busting my balls.
Yeah, fuck that voice in your head. You knew what you wanted, and you were gonna get her. The sun was already setting when you got back. You didn't notice that you had been wandering around the whole day. Okay, deep breaths. You can do this. You inch your way into the cave. The smell from before was still hanging in the air. You creep back near the rock Rainbow was behind. You hear her tossing and turning on the ground behind you.
Damn it, Anon. Why'd you have to leave me here like this?
Maybe I like the way you squirm.
You hear Dash suddenly stop moving, followed by the clip-clop of hooves on stone as she rounds the rock you were leaning on.
You can't be in here, Anon.
Yeah, I know.
You reach up and brush some of her disheveled hair out of her face.
But I want to be.
You let your hand fall from her hair to caress her cheek. Rainbow Dash shudders as your fingers move from her cheek to her chin and down her neck until you eventually trail off.
You gonna kick me out?
Dash lowers her head and opens her eyes. She's panting pretty heavily.
You really want to stay here? What about what happened last night?
You lean off the rock and sit down in front of Rainbow.
I did some thinking. I decided that I like it better here.
Yeah, you're glad you did this. You already feel better. That's as far as you get before you feel her lips on your own. You fall onto your back as Rainbow stands over you.
Easy, Dash.
She stops and looks at you with pleading eyes.
Anon, I swear, if you're bucking with me here...
No, it's just... We have another few days here. No need to wear ourselves out now.
You both lay there, enjoying each other. She smells like the air after a rainstorm. You hear a bit of hitching from her, and open your eyes to see tears forming at the edge. You silently kiss her forehead.
Shh. No tears. Only dreams now.
You're so dumb.
Everything else proceeds as you expect it would. You setting the pace, Rainbow more than happy to go along with whatever in her current state of mind. You were warm for the first time since coming out here that night.